Welcome to the Mary Frances Early College of Education Convocation for Summer and Fall 2025 graduates. My name is Denise Spangler, and I have the honor of serving as Dean of the Mary Frances Early College of Education. The college was founded in 1908 to bring teacher education to the state of Georgia. Since then, we have grown and matured as a college, branching out into fields as diverse as speech pathology, athletic training, sport management, and student affairs leadership. In 2020, the college was named for Mary Frances Early, the first African-American graduate of UGA. It is an incredible honor for our college to bear her name, and we are aware that we must all hold ourselves to the high standards and ideals Ms. Early exemplifies. The mission of the College of Education is to enhance the well-being of society through teaching, research, and service. We are committed to accomplishing this mission through the hard work and using innovative approaches to teaching, conducting research that makes a difference, improving the lives of people in Georgia and beyond, and promoting inclusion and belonging for all people. We achieve this mission through the hard work and dedication of our 4,000 students, over 450 of whom are graduating this semester, as well as our 200 faculty and 130 staff members. Graduates, each one of you has shown remarkable adaptability and determination in navigating through uncertain times to complete your degrees, while also making lifelong friendships, engaging in student organizations, completing field experiences and internships, and prioritizing your mental and physical health. I applaud you for being here today, for reaching this milestone moment, and for doing it with grace, enthusiasm, and commitment. I am so proud of what you have accomplished and the ways you have engaged with our college, the university, and the broader community, and the fact that you are leaving everything here better than when you arrived. You have truly been part of something special here in the Mary Frances Early College of Education. Whether through service learning, research internships, student organizations, or other avenues, you played a role in making the world a better place. I want to share a few statistics to help you put in perspective what you have achieved. According to the US Census Bureau, 39% of the people in the United States hold a bachelor's degree. 13% have master's degrees, and only 2% have doctoral degrees. Stop and think about that for a minute. You are indeed among a very special group of people for what you have accomplished. And you didn't just earn your degree. Many of you have provided important service to the community, contributed to building knowledge through research, or broadened your own horizons with experiential learning opportunities such as study abroad or internships. Sitting among you are students who have started new student organizations, served as ambassadors and peer mentors, and volunteered hundreds of hours with organizations on our campus and in our community. Some of you earned your degrees while working, taking care of your children or parents, or blazing your own trail as the first person in your family to attend college or graduate school. While you have indeed accomplished something extraordinary by earning an undergraduate or graduate degree, I want you to remember that you are among the very privileged few who have had the opportunity to earn a degree. Thus, it is incumbent upon you to use your degree to make the world a better place. This is a day to celebrate you and your passion for learning and helping others. To help us mark this special occasion and to give you an image of the future you have ahead of you, we invite one of our distinguished alumni to address our graduates at each convocation. This year's speaker has accomplished much, and we are honored that he is with us to celebrate this special occasion. Logan Smalley is the founder of TED's youth and education initiative, TED-Ed, an award-winning website, content format, and program that serves millions of teachers and students every day. Prior to working for TED, Logan was selected as a TED Fellow for his role as director, editor, and composer of the nonprofit feature-length film Darius Goes West, which has received 29 film festival awards since 2007. Darius Goes West is a feature-length documentary that follows Darius Weems, a 15-year-old living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, as he leaves his home in Athens for the first time in his life. He and his rowdy crew rent an RV and set a course for California. Featured on Ellen DeGeneres, The Today Show, the CBS Early Show, ABC's Nightline, and CNN, Darius Goes West provides a rarely seen testament to the explosive idealism of today's youth, as well as a vivid portrayal of adventure, brotherhood, and the character and strength it takes to shed light on an uncertain future. Darius Goes West sparked a worldwide movement that galvanized hundreds of thousands of supporters to raise millions of dollars for Duchenne muscular dystrophy research, to become wheelchair accessibility advocates in their schools and communities, and to creatively celebrate and elevate Darius's inspiring story in thousands of schools, theaters, and community events throughout the world. To date, Darius and his crew and his supporters have raised over $2.5 million for DMD research. The money has been used to accelerate promising science and research across a variety of clinical settings, including seed funding for what became the first FDA-approved treatment of Duchenne muscular dystrophy in history. Logan is also the co-founder of CallMeIshmael.com, a creative, participatory literacy initiative that was an honoree for the National Book Foundation's Innovation in Reading Prize in 2015. Logan began his career as a special education teacher in his hometown of Athens, Georgia, and he currently lives and works in Santa Cruz, California. He holds a Bachelor of Education degree in Special Education from the University of Georgia and a Master of Education degree in Technology, Innovation, and Education from the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Please join me in welcoming Logan Smalley.
Dean Spangler, faculty, parents, and most importantly, graduates, thank you for having me today. My name's Logan Smalley, and I'm an educator, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm also the founder of a global education initiative and also a popular YouTube channel that some of you may watch called TED Ed. Millions of students and teachers around the world watch and use the animated videos that my team creates online every day, but it's actually quite rare that I or anyone on my team gets a chance to address such a large group of people that our work aims to serve in person. So thank you for this opportunity. I feel extremely honored to be here today, and I also feel profoundly at home. I grew up in Athens. The earliest memories of my life were all formed in apartment number 107 in Building H of University Village on College Ave. I went to elementary school on Oglethorpe Avenue, middle school on Baxter Street, and high school at Clark Central on Millage Avenue. I went to college here too. The best memories that I remember from college happened at Adderhold or in my tiny rental house on Lumpkin Street where I lived for 5 years with my best friends. The best memories that I don't remember from college were in the bars on Clayton and Washington Street, which is where I also live with my best friends, and which is why it took me 5 years to graduate from college. There's something else I don't remember about college, and that's the graduation speech. I'm sure it was fine, great even, but I don't remember a word, not a single word that was shared. So my goal today is to beat that incredibly low standard. My goal is for you to remember at least one word in particular from this speech, and that word is curiosity. Curiosity, the intense and innate desire to know what you don't know, to learn what you haven't learned, to push forward through discomfort and discover what you might become. And that's what today is all about, right? Who were you before college? What have you learned here? And who might you become? I'd like to explore those questions not through quantified course credits, declared majors, job markets, robe length, or seal stamps and signatures on a diploma. Those are cool, but instead I'd like to explore those questions through the lens of curiosity. I'm genuinely curious. Who were you before? What have you learned? And who will you become? To help you connect to those questions, I'd like to guide you through a reflection. What's a moment in your time at UGA where you felt unabashedly curious? I'll give you a moment to think. Maybe it was when you first toured the school and a stranger in the distance rang that beautiful bell on North Campus. Maybe it was the time you swung open your dorm room door for the first time, or the first poster your randomly assigned roommate hung on the otherwise blank wall. Maybe it was the first time you shared your most precious idea with your favorite professor during office hours, or the obscure elective that you took that changed the trajectory of your life. Was it the classmate you vibed with over a very particular coffee order? That one who will probably be in your wedding one day? Was it catching the eyes of the classmate you dated and that you hopefully still date? Or was it the renewed curiosity you felt in your 90th consecutive day at the Ramsey Center gym after being dumped and slowly learning one of life's hardest but most important lessons, that you can survive heartbreak too? Maybe it was that time you called home and asked your parents questions you never previously thought to ask, because it took leaving them and your comfort zone to realize that before they were your parents, they were just people your age, filled with curiosity, hopes, and dreams too. Hopes and dreams that you're no doubt living out today. So pick a moment, any moment, and let the feeling of genuine curiosity you felt fill you up again. Do you have it? Your ability to do that, to summon the desire to know what you don't know, the energy to learn what you haven't learned, and the bravery to take great risks for greater reward is the single most important skill you've developed at UGA. Your collective curiosity is the shared animating force that brought you all here. Its contagiousness, the curiosity of peers and parents and professors sitting next to you, made every experience you had on this campus more vibrant. And if you leave here as or more curious than the day you arrived, you'll continue to meet new and incredible people. You'll continue to learn new and important things, and there is nothing you won't be able to do or become. But if that spark you're feeling now somehow becomes dimmed, and there are so many forces outside this room trained on dimming it, then your future could feel terrifying, tedious, or gray. So how will you stay curious? First, you need to know this. Curiosity is a trait, like hair color or eye color. But unlike those traits, it's also a skill or a value, like reading or writing or empathy or courage or resilience. It's something you can learn or practice or prioritize. It's something you have meaningful agency over. So it isn't curiosity as a trait that I want you to remember from this speech. It's curiosity as a skill, as something you can cultivate, as a tool that you can use to live a beautiful life and to lift others up for as long as you live. I'll show you what I mean by sharing some findings from the scientific literature about curiosity and how those findings relate to some of the professions you might choose. First, know this because it relates to all professions and so much more. Curiosity is positively associated with increased happiness, friendliness, and dynamism in nearly every aspect of personal and professional life. It's also measurably contagious. Being around curious people makes you more curious, so surround yourself with curious people. And in complement, if you're curious, the people around you will be more curious. Be that person. Focus more on being interested than interesting. You and everyone around you will benefit so much from that simple idea. Many of you will become teachers. Stay genuinely interested in what you teach. It's contagious. Curious students are measurably more engaged, more collaborative, have higher comprehension rates, higher knowledge retention rates, lower truancy rates, and fewer behavior incidents. A student's curiosity is also correlated with higher upward socioeconomic mobility. Give them that gift by modeling and honoring curiosity in your class. They'll look forward to coming to your class, and so will you. Many of you will work in health services. You'll be health counselors, psychologists, and speech pathologists. Your excellence will be measured in empathy. Will you ask good questions? Will you truly listen to your client's answers? When your patient is at their most vulnerable and on the verge of a breakthrough, what trusted skill will you use? Active curiosity is shown to measurably promote empathy, trust, and human-to-human connection. Your ability to channel your curiosity will be a key to your patient's success. And many of you, perhaps all of you in some way or on some timeline, will be managers, administrators, and leaders at organizations you join or businesses that you start. The people who report to you one day will be motivated by two things: their paycheck and how much they learn and grow on your watch. Leaders who prioritize the curiosity of their employees enjoy higher job satisfaction scores, higher retention rates, greater innovation, and they become better leaders as a result. Their companies are also more resilient when things outside their control go bad. And that brings me to my last point. Things outside of your control will go bad. It's inevitable. College is a challenging but also generally insulated and safe experience. It wasn't a given that you'd succeed, but everyone was rooting for you. Unfortunately, those dynamics might not always hold up in the next phases of your personal and professional lives. You'll have some terrible bosses, some terrible teammates. You'll make bad decisions. Markets will recess or crash. Politicians will divide, and you'll forget to pay a bill. You'll get a scary test result from a doctor. Your tire will pop. Someone might not love you the way that you love them. The Dogs might lose in the final seconds of the fourth quarter because of a terrible play call. The point is, you've got a lot of life left to live, and in addition to all the awesomeness ahead, you'll also experience unprecedented levels of grief, tedium, frustration, mundanity, and chaos. It's just unavoidable. And in one of those hard times, it's also very unavoidable and very human to succumb to one of the worst and most dangerous feelings in the human experience, an overwhelming sense of purposelessness. When that time comes, I don't care if you remember me or this speech or this day, but I do care and deeply hope that you remember the word that I've said so many times today, and that it, by definition, is the opposite of purposelessness. It's the opposite of stagnation, of burnout, of apathy, of isolation, and hopelessness. When you're curious, you can be none of those things. And being curious about anything or anyone for any reason or for no reason at all is completely within your power. Curiosity, the deep desire to know what you don't know, to learn what you haven't learned, to push through adversity to discover what you might become. It is a trait you're born with, but it's also a skill that you can cultivate. And the degree you're leaving here with today is proof that a part of you knew this before you set foot on campus, that you momentarily mastered it while you were here, and that you're committed to making it a core skill and value in your future. That's who you were before. That's what you've really learned here. And that's what everyone in here hopes and everyone out there needs you to become, a kind and continuously curious person. So as you celebrate today and this weekend, know exactly what it is that you're celebrating. A degree in education is different than all other degrees. Yes, it marks and certifies what you've learned to date, but that's not what it celebrates. It celebrates the knowledge that thankfully there's always so much more to learn. It celebrates your shared commitment to curiosity. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
Thank you, Logan. I hope we'll all keep that word near the forefront of our minds in the days and weeks and years to come. Now, we turn our attention to recognizing our graduates who have earned bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and specialist degrees this semester. The graduates will approach the stage from the audience's right and will be introduced by department and degree, but please keep in mind that the graduates will not necessarily be called in alphabetical order. Dr. Nina Santis, Clinical Associate Professor of Communication Sciences and Special Education, will read a description of each department before its graduates are introduced.
We begin our recognition of graduates this afternoon with the Department of Language and Literacy Education. LLE has 3 areas of focus: English education, literacies and children's literature, and TESOL and world language education. LLE graduates use their expertise in teaching, learning, curriculum design, and research to enhance pre-K through 12 education and higher education around the globe.
Kofita Chiki Benton. Josefina Hembe Garcia. Emily Cates. Elizabeth Hayden.
Our next graduates have earned degrees from the Department of Educational Theory and Practice. This department prepares its alumni for careers as educators and researchers focused on children and adolescents, their families, and their communities. Students graduating from this department have earned degrees in elementary education or middle grades education.
Caitlin Hedden. Annabelle Lynn Lambert. Mackenzie Autumn Cloud. Stephanie Paige Landers. Lindsay Devlin Greer. Christian Anna Johnson. Lauren McDaniel. Farmuda Sidikwa. Catherine Isabel Bautista Gomez. Stephanie Mortimer. Anna Lillian Chestnut. Anna Smith. Itzel Lopez. Cecilia Bennett. Caitlin Ryder. Courtney Tamburino. Grace Campbell Tortorella. Haley Baker. Savannah Knight. Grace Sophia Lee. Laura Gomez Granillo. Katerina Blanchette. Kaylee Given. Nicole Offsey. Madeline Kidd. Adelaide DeCosse. Julia Carter. Carly Bogus. Sadie Jeanette Voiles. Ella Francis Burke. Abigail Silvera Serra. Isabella Sarah Rowe. Emily K. Bruning. Leah Deacle. Anna Lane Ivy. Mallory Davis. Lauren Gray Franklin. Caitlin Union. John Daly Barnett. Savannah Melinda Reed. Hannah Noel Hughes. Haley Grace Covarrubias. Sarah Yoon. Carly Bartoletta. Jody Kathleen Dupree. Catherine Anderson Cooney. Brady Colleen Tharp. Allie Lawson. Lauren Elizabeth Giesler. Emmy Lee McKay Walker. Loy Lane. Travis Mansfield. Emily Marie Collins. Sydney Olivia Smith. Anna Grace Anderson. Adeline Pinniger. Emily Trammell. Sydney Elizabeth Reeves. Lydia Alexander. Hallie Francis Woodruff. Madison Brewer. Rachel Hart.
Our next group of graduates have earned degrees from the Department of Educational Psychology, whose graduates focus on teaching, learning, human development, and behavior. Graduates have earned degrees in applied cognition and development, gifted and creative education, quantitative methods, or school psychology.
William Michael Parr. Jessica Searcy. Jennifer Allen. Dalila Vasquez Herrera. Ashley Neal. Donna Harris.
Next, we recognize graduates of the Department of Counseling and Human Development Services. This department prepares students who will pursue careers in counseling and student affairs in a range of settings with an emphasis on underserved populations.
Aubrey Lauren Banks. Sabrina Elizabeth Rivera. Rosina Marie Robinson.
The next graduates have all earned degrees from the Department of Communication Sciences and Special Education. These new alumni are research-based professionals who focus their efforts on meeting the individual needs of people who can benefit from multiple approaches to learning, teaching, and communication. Graduates have earned degrees in Communication Sciences and Disorders and Special Education.
Hannah Peace. Thong Moon. Elisha Humans. Hannah Peace. Myra Zantinga. Thomas Ryan Thresher. Hedvika Patricia Mesaros-Docking. Morgan Alexis Bloodworth. Corey Adamson. Cody Harrison Clark. Matthew DuBois Tyler. Sumaya Islam. Latoya T. Gracia.
Next, we recognize graduates of the Department of Mathematics, Science, and Social Studies Education. Graduates of this department have expertise in curriculum, instruction, assessment, and the use of technology in teaching mathematics, science, or social studies in pre-K through 12 schools, higher education, and informal education settings such as museums and botanical gardens. Graduates have earned degrees in mathematics education, science education, or social studies education.
Hunter Gabriel Miller. Emma O'Connor. Judith Vasquez. Michelle Pickett. Bailey Newell. Noah Zapata. Lillian Dar. Savannah Bowden. Armando de Jesus Gomez. Christina Hale. Quincy Bryce Phillips. Gina Gazzo. Kristen Foote.
The next graduates have earned degrees from the Department of Kinesiology. The mission of this department is to enhance health and well-being for people throughout the lifespan through careers in allied health fields, in teaching and coaching, and in sports enterprises, as well as higher education, government, and industry. Graduates have earned degrees in exercise and sports science, sport management, health and physical education, and athletic training.
Kyle Luke Waldron. Heidi Woodward. Alyssa Willis. Madeline Needbala. Emma Wise. Trinity Strong. Tyler Wargo. Laverne Donaline Spencer. Sydney Rose Kolasinski. Jackson Thacker. Hunter Baker. Daniel Haggerty. Jackson Cooper. Lily Madison Wood. Gabriella Isaac. Reed Blandford. Catherine Boone. Truman Milholland. Zachary Brennan. Dennis Kovacevic. Alon Rogo. Fisher Stevenson. Seth Franklin White. Mikhail Trian Chavlovets. Folashade Olujuwebe. Kaylee Wagner. Haley Catherine Slover. Abigail Ann Wright. Matthew Ingram. Dalen Everett. Matthew Brown. Parker Brock. Matthew Tate Peterman. Saket Burkar. Hunter Bailey. Aaliyah Alejandra Young. Murphy Davis. Sam Rose. Nathan Duke. Paxton Holmes Briley III. Marshall Edward Bounds. Jose Leon Martinez. Jalen Daniels.
We turn now to the Department of Lifelong Education, Administration, and Policy. These professionals will lead and improve educational programs for students in preschool through 12th grade and will serve in leadership roles in higher education, community agencies, and continuing education settings. Graduates have earned degrees in educational, administration and policy, and human resources and organizational development.
Latricia Mariko Williams. Erin Louise Malone. Nikisha Lynn Randall. Ignacio Villagrán Ahumada. Tatiana Cristina Render. Emily Rundle. Derek Glenn Wheeler. Stephen Kenneth Galloway. Andrew James McGraw. Ann Martin Rogers. Janet Grace Smitherman. Tatiana Priddy. Grace Chauncey. Davis Ross Johannes Day. Allison Michelle Ball. Ana Alvarez. Jenny Vautel Dodd. Samantha Manning Sharp. Rain Cox.
We conclude our recognition of graduates this afternoon with the Department of Workforce, Education, and Instructional Technology. These new alumni will continue the department's focus on innovative teaching, research, and service in learning, design, and technology, and in workforce education.
Santrisa Lamar. Brandon Hammond. Georgia Michelle Thomason. Morgan Triplett. Hope Price. Eric Weston Pearson. Sarah Konechny. Hannah Hatcher. Tiffany Hall. Amy Rose Darcy. Tamara Felicia Elzy. Renee Susan Clement. Michelle Lee Patrick Frankie. Samantha Elizabeth Irons. William Bryant. Melissa Bartlett. Carol Barrick. Tyrone Christian Abero.
It is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2025. At this time, I would like to recognize our graduates who have attained exceptional academic honors. If you are graduating cum laude, please stand. If you are graduating magna cum laude, please stand. If you are graduating summa cum laude, please stand. Next, I want to recognize a truly stellar group of students, our first honor graduates who are graduating with perfect 4.0 grade point averages. First honor graduates, please stand, and congratulations to you. I also want to recognize two other exceptional groups of students. If you are a transfer student, please stand. Finally, as a first-generation student myself, those of you who are the first in your family to earn a degree hold a particular place in my heart. If you are a first-generation undergraduate or graduate student, please stand. It is now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker for 2025. Caitlin Hedden is graduating magna cum laude with bachelor's degrees in elementary education and English literature. She is enrolled in the Double Dog program and will complete her master's degree next summer. During her time at UGA, Caitlin has served as an ambassador for the college, as a class lead for the Experience UGA kindergarten field trips, and as the education director for the Children's Theater Troupe. Please join me in welcoming Caitlin to the stage.
Graduates, friends, and family, Dean Spangler, and esteemed faculty, I would like to thank y'all for coming out today. This is such an exciting day, and I'm honored to share it with all of you. My original plan was to get up here and read Larry Munson's Battle Hymn of the Bulldog Nation, but instead, if you'll allow me to reminisce, I'd like to tell you a little anecdote about myself. When I turned 13, I thought I knew everything there was to know. After all, I was a teenager, and teenagers are basically grown, so I assumed this meant I knew everything there was to learn and that nobody could tell me a thing. Obviously, as anyone who's been 13 would know, I did not know everything about everything. You'd think after that I would have thought twice about my assumption that there was nothing left to learn, but of course I did not. Time and time again, I was convinced I knew everything, and time again, I was confronted with how much I still had to learn. Standing here today, I can confidently say that I, along with my peers, have learned a lot. I've learned where not to park on game days, that one can't survive on Chick-fil-A alone, and to layer during the fall because Georgia weather can't make up its mind. More importantly, I've learned how to excel in my field. I've had classes that changed my whole perspective on learning. I've gone into the surrounding community to get hands-on experiences that changed my whole truly broadened my horizons. I've gotten to meet so many different, brilliant people in my classes and learn from each and every one of them. And this is a story that I'm sure is echoed by everyone here today. As a graduating class, we've done some amazing things. From the research being done all over campus, to the labs in Adderhold, Ramsey, and Rivers Crossing, to the students teaching and working all over the state, and even all over the world, we are pushing ourselves to do more. But not only are amazing things happening within the classroom, we're involved all over campus with ambassadors, orientation leaders, athletes, artists, club members, or committed volunteers determined to help their community. We have truly made our mark on the college. This culture of excellence is why I'm so incredibly proud to call myself a member of the graduating class of 2025. Despite our wide array of focuses and majors, we are all united in our desire to make this world we live in a better place. As my peers know, we are a wide array of futures. I look across this crowd and see an abundance of future paths. Some of us will go into schools. Others will go to hospitals or other practices. Others still will find themselves working with sports teams. From colleges to elementary schools, hospitals to pediatricians' offices, high school teams to the SEC, go Dogs, we will find our place. And what an adventure we have ahead of us. Yes, our paths will all look different, with different destinations, different people we will meet on the road, and different challenges we will face. But in the end, we can all say that we helped somebody. As graduates of the Mary Frances Early College of Education, we are going to go out and change someone's world. As I look back on the path that's led me here, I think back to the 13-year-old girl who thought she knew everything. And if I could tell her one thing, it would be that she will never know everything. And that's one of the most exciting things in the world. We know a lot. We've received an excellent education from a highly renowned university. But we don't know everything, and we never will. Instead, we get the opportunity every day to go out into the world and learn. The world is so big and full of so many different people, different experiences, and so many things that are new. So I want to encourage every one of you to go out into this uncharted territory and explore. Meet new people, make mistakes, get messy, and learn from it all. We will never know everything, but that does not mean we can not strive to know something new each day. So I urge you all to go out and, to quote either Thoreau or, depending on if you've seen Dead Poets Society, Neil Perry, live deliberately. Live deep and suck all the marrow out of life. We have worked so hard and done so much, and now we get to go out and do more. We have the great adventure of life ahead of us, and I know we can attack each day. Once again, I cannot overstate how honored I am to be part of this class. I just know we're going to be amazing. Thank you for coming out, and have an amazing rest of your day.
Go down, but don't go far.
Okay,
Stay right down there. Thank you, Caitlin. I think your remarks dovetail really well with Logan's. On August 16, 1962, Mary Frances Early made history when she became the first African American to graduate from the University of Georgia with a master's degree in music education, which at that time was in the College of Education. Inspired by Charlene Hunter Galt and Hamilton Holmes, who were the first undergraduates to integrate UGA in 1961, she made a deliberate choice to enroll at UGA alongside them to desegregate the graduate school. Still disappointed by the lack of diversity and persistent segregation on campus after graduating, she returned in 1964 to earn her education specialist degree in music education. In 2013, Ms. Early was presented with an honorary doctorate from UGA and was later awarded the 2018 UGA President's Medal in recognition of her legacy and lifetime accomplishments. Ms. Early retired in 1994 after working for 37 years in public schools in Atlanta. She later taught at Morehouse College and Spelman College and served as head of the music department at Clark Atlanta University. Ms. Early's impact as a civil rights icon and music educator has inspired and influenced generations of students, schools, and communities across the nation. She played an integral role in the campaign for racial equality at UGA and across the South, and remains a tireless advocate in the field of education. To celebrate your graduation from the Mary Frances Early College of Education, we have a special message for you from Ms. Early.
Hello, everyone. I want to greet Dean Spangler, other administrators, the dedicated faculty members, the proud family and friends, and most importantly, the University of Georgia Mary Frances Early College of Education graduates. Congratulations, you have arrived. You have reached your goal, and I am so very proud of you. I know that it was your hard work, your tenacity, perseverance, I call it stick-to-itiveness, all of that helped you because you must have had challenges along the way. But you've done it, and what an accomplishment. Some of you, I think, will be going into the next part of your journey as educators. Others will be part of the athletic trainers. Others will be counselors. And others will be in applied health professionals. But whatever path you choose, I hope that you will take with you the passion and the tenacity that you showed in reaching this goal. Why? Because your influence will impact hundreds of thousands of others who need your help. Those of you who will become educators will help to inspire young children and even some older with curiosity about learning, that they will want to learn. Those of you who are in the athletic trainers will support and give help to those who are athletes. And those who are counselors will provide guidance and hope to those who have life-threatening or lifestyle changes. Those who will be in applied health will support the health and well-being of millions of people. I hope that you understand that this is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning, because to commence is part of commencement. To commence means to begin. As you begin this journey, please remember that thousands and hundreds of young and old people are depending upon you to help them to shape the future. I know that your path will be fulfilling, it will be exciting, and I hope that it will be enjoyable, because that's what education is all about. Again, congratulations, give support to this wonderful school, and make sure that you remember to go Dogs.
Everyone has many reasons to be proud today and many reasons to celebrate. I want to take a moment to thank the families and friends who have supported our graduates. I also want to thank the faculty and staff members who, in ways both visible and behind the scenes, have helped our graduates achieve their goals. I want to particularly thank the staff members from the Offices of Academic Programs, Undergraduate Advising, Student Engagement, Information Technology, Marketing and Communications, and Outreach Engagement, and our ambassadors who made today's convocation possible. Graduates, tomorrow you will be alumni of the Mary Frances Early College of Education. You are a member of a community that includes over 60,000 living alumni. As exemplified by Mary Frances Early and many others, our alumni have gone on to make important contributions in Georgia, the nation, and the world. As you embark on this new chapter of your academic journey, remember that you possess the resilience and tenacity to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Your experiences have prepared you to thrive in the face of uncertainty. Embrace the challenges, cherish the victories, and continue to pursue your dreams with unwavering determination. The world awaits your brilliance, and I am confident that you will make a lasting impact wherever your journey may lead. We look forward in the future to hearing with great pride about the impressive accomplishments and important contributions of the class of 2025. Please wear your MFE COE t-shirts with pride, follow us on social media, stay in touch, and let us know what you're doing. And remember the words of Mary Frances Early. In whatever your job or career path, I hope that you will make your light reflect a love and respect for all people, because if we don't unite and work together to make good things happen at UGA and in our world, nothing else will matter. To end our ceremony today, I invite Caitlin to return to the podium to lead the class of 2025 in calling the dogs. Following the calling of the dogs, the graduates will follow the platform party and recess to the lobby, and you will pick up a gift from the college. Guests can meet the graduates in the lobby. Please do not return to this auditorium, as the staff need to get it ready for the next ceremony. Caitlin, let's call the dogs. All right, 25, stand up.
All right, stand up. All right, we're gonna do the classic one, so take your arm. Go Dogs! Sick 'em!